talk about how to translate English into math in the context of the problem. Let's see that what kind of words we can see in the context of the problem. And you see in the right side we have English words here. For example, our first word is what. What generally associated in a math with variable. For example, what's the value of a? What's the value of x? So let's say it's a variable. For example, it's x. Next word is are, were, did, and does. So as you know, it's in English associated with verb. So it means it's going to be verb in English. So we know the verb is the result of something happened. So the result of something in a math, we denote with equality. So it's going to be equality sign. When you see in the problem is are, were, did, does, we have to write it equality. It means it's equal. For example, the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. So it means temperature equal to the 30. More than. For example, 3 more than 2. So 3 more than 2. In math we use that kind of sign, so it's going to be greater than. So we read it as greater than. Less than, for example, 2 less than 3. So for this case we use that sign, less than. At least, for example, in the competition at least 30 people can take part in. For example, at least 30, it means greater than or equal. No more than. For this case, we use less than or equal to. For example, the number of competitors can be no more than 30. It means the at most can be 30, but also it can be less than 30. For example, 28. 28, for example, let's write here, less than 30. Next word, how much greater than. This word we use when we can compare something, For example, when we compare, we need to find difference between them. So for this case, we use difference between two quantity. Next word is of. Of actually associated with multiplication. Let's see how we can use this multiplication. For example, we need to find percent of the number. We know if we want to find percent of the number, we have to multiply percent to the number. For example, 50% of 60. In order to find, we have to multiply to the number. Here we use the sign of multiplication. Next, out of. For example, let's say 3 out of 5. For this case, guys, we use a ratio. For example, 3 over 5. Per. Per, actually, depending on the context of the problem, can be multiplication or division. For example, let's say we have 20 apples and we have to divide it between 4 people. So we can find 20 to the 4 in order to find number of apples. It's going to be 5 apples. Or let's say we have to find total value. We have 4 people and each of them have 5 apples. So total, in order to find total, we need to multiply. Percent, you know, it's that kind of sign, percent. And for example, 5%, it means 5 divided by 100. So a percent means something divided by 100. For example, 6%, 6 divided by 100, and so on. Sum, you know, sum is the result of addition, so we can use here addition. Difference, the result of subtraction, we have to subtract here. Product, when you can see the word of product, it means the result of multiplication, we have to multiply here. And quotient means division